Protests and marches are continuing in Kansas City, Missouri, after 16-year-old Ralph Yarl was shot after mistakenly ringing the wrong doorbell. 84-year-old Andrew Lester has been charged with first-degree assault and armed criminal action for allegedly shooting Yarl twice. Lester was released from jail last night after posting a $200,000 bond. He's set to be arraigned later today. Meanwhile, doctors for Yarl say the teen is expected to make a full recovery from his injuries, which include a gunshot to the head. He's been released from the hospital. He's recovering at home, but his parents say there is a long road ahead.
You can see that he's just replaying the situation over and over again, and that just doesn't stop my tears either. Yeah. Because when you see your kid just sits there and constantly, the tears are just rolling from both sides of his eyes, there's nothing you can say to him.
Hundreds of Yarl's classmates and teachers walked out of Staley High School yesterday in a show of support, calling for justice and stronger efforts to address race relations in the state. NBC News correspondent Maggie Vespa joins us now from Kansas City, Missouri with the details. So, Maggie, good morning. How is this shooting impacting Kansas City? What are Yarl's classmates saying?
Yeah, Lindsay, you saw that video of that walkout at Staley High School. It's just stunning to see that many kids come out, 1,500 plus, according to the principal. Less than 2,000 go to that school, so almost the entire high school walking out in support of Ralph. You might notice a lot of them are wearing blue. That's because they say that's Ralph's favorite color. And the main message at that rally, at that walkout, was just they want their classmate to know they support him, they stand behind him, and they want justice for him. Take a listen.
Our message was, we support you, Ralph. We want to be there for you. We want to let you know that we stand with you.
And we should also note, by the way, a lot of the messages that we also heard from students where they wanted to see an arrest in this case. That walkout basically happened late morning yesterday at Staley High School. And Lindsay, a couple of hours later was when Andrew Lester turned himself in. So undoubtedly, a lot of those kids really glad to hear about the progress and the arraignment scheduled for this afternoon.
Maggie, we are hearing from a man who says he stayed with Yarl until paramedics got there. Remember, his family says Yarl went to 3 homes before someone helped him. What did this man say?
Yeah, not only did Yarl, we just want to point out, because I know you know this, Yarl went to 3 homes, and his family says when he got to the 3rd home, another neighbor, not this man, told him to lie on the ground and put his hands in the air. This is a kid who had just been shot in the head, who was terrified, but Yarl did what he was told, according to his family, got on the ground, and then basically, according to his aunt, passed out. Well, that's when James Lynch, who had been hearing all of this yelling, he's another neighbor, came running, says he saw a kid lying on the ground, says he thought the kid might be dead, ran over, felt a pulse, and basically held his hand and kept talking to him until paramedics arrived. Take a listen to part of the story he told us yesterday.
He wasn't alone. He wasn't by himself. Somebody cared. I wouldn't wish that on any of my enemies. I mean, to lay there in the street alone and scared and bleeding, that's awful. He wasn't alone. I was with him as soon as I knew he needed help, I was there. And I was there with him until the right people were there to make sure that he was okay.
Those right people being the paramedics. And by the way, James Lynch just saying that he talked to us because he wanted the family to know, as you heard, that he wasn't alone. He also, Lindsay, says he's never met or seen Andrew Lester before.
Oh, the details in the story just so hard. Maggie Vespa, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.